welcome back to That's It. So I wanted to keep you updated in the missing college student of Konakri, excuse me. And apparently, I can't keep up with this guy Joshua. Now he has a fourth story and saying to the police officials that they were kissing, and then they got caught in a tide wave that he was a lifeguard, and then he pulled her back because I guess the wave pulled the both of them back in, and then when he pulled her back, both of her back, he had her in her arms, and then he had salt water in his mouth and everything, and then he was trying to pull her in, which he pulled her back in the back to the shore, and then he said to the official that he started to walk. I mean, she started to walk away to check to see how she was doing. Then he had so much seawater in his mouth, he started throwing up. So apparently, they both were drinking tequila. He said that to the police officers, and they were kissing. Now, my thing is, why change the story? Like, his story is just inconsistent. Now you're telling the police officials that you guys you kissed a little bit, then you were in the water, and then the waves sucked you both into the water, and then you grabbed her, have her underneath your arm, and pulled her back to shore. Then you saw her walking, and you asked her if she was okay, but she didn't say anything. And then you had seawater in your mouth. You started to throw her up, and then you didn't see her again. I don't understand this. Like, what is he hiding? And I know that he's not a suspect. He's a person of interest, but his story is not making sense, and he's changing his story. Okay. Another meant that they found her clothes on the beach. Okay, like none of this is adding up or making sense, to be honest with you. Also, the police asked him 8 questions. He refused to ask. He refused to answer the 8 questions, and he got an attorney because I guess and I get it. You have to get an attorney because the language barrier, and they might misunderstood his answers because of the language barrier, and then you have to have like a translator. I get that, to protect himself so he doesn't say the wrong thing. But when you do have an attorney with you, why are you not answering these questions? And I can read to you the few questions that his legal advice told him not to answer. So the first question is, what do you think about Sunachi's disappearance? He couldn't answer that. Did you inform the authorities or the hotel what happened to you and to her on the beach? Did you tell your friends what had happened with you and the girl on the beach? How do you feel about this situation? He refused to answer. He said, I can't answer because of my attorney. These are and this is some of the 8 questions. These are answer easy questions to answer, and why you're not answering in the presence of your attorney, I don't know. It seems like you have something to hide, or you're not saying a whole lot. You're just saying the bare minimum, and he's changing his story. To me, when someone's changing their story constantly and not consistent, what do you have to hide? What do you have to hide? And to me, you look a little bit guilty. You look a little bit guilty, and you hiding something. First of all, okay, you're not consistent with your story. It's all over the place, and it's getting really, really confusing. Now, I want to comment on this girl on TikTok, and I wrote her name down. I was trying to remember her name. Nikki K. She made a comment, and everyone's entitled to her opinion, but I want to respond to that comment on TikTok that she said, everyone's responsible for themselves. I know a lot of people are blaming their friends, and not, and I'm just paraphrasing this, that she's not saying that you should leave your friends behind, but everyone is an adult. Like, if someone gets upset, you got to leave them alone, let them cool off, or vice versa. I disagree. Okay, it this is 2025. Okay, we can't be living in a naive world. Okay, especially if you go to another country that you're not familiar with, and you don't know the country or the town. You cannot wander off anywhere you feel like it. You stay in a resort. That's just common sense, unless you have a tourist with you to tour around the country. Okay, first of all. Second of all, you don't leave your friends behind, no matter what, no matter how drunk they are. Point blank, period. Okay, like I said in my video last night, if you're in the Marines, if you're in the Army, if you're in the law enforcement, you don't leave your buddies behind. You don't leave no one behind. Point blank, period. You don't leave your girlfriends behind, whether they're drunk or not. If they're drunk and they're at a bar or at the beach or whatever, you bring them with you. You don't let them stay with a random stranger that you don't know. Like, let's have some common sense here, okay? So I disagree with her on that. I'm sorry. Me personally, I would never, ever leave my friends, my best friends behind. They're coming with me. And I will hope and think they wouldn't do it to me either, leave me behind. Okay? If we go out together, we're leaving together. We're not leaving with a random stranger. Now, if a random stranger want to go back to the resort and go to the bar and have a few drinks, no problem. That's fine. But to go somewhere to the beach or to go to their rooms or whatever that I don't know, I don't think so. Okay? We all should have common sense. And I just feel like, whether you're in your 20s, 21, 22, it's common sense. You just can't be alone with someone that you just don't know. I get it. You're in spring break. You want to do a little bit of hookup, whatever. Stay in a resort and do that. Why go somewhere that you don't know? So I really disagree with Nikki K. I'm sorry, you don't leave your friends behind. I don't care if they're pissed off or upset and they want to cool off. Cool off in the hotel room. Okay, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather my friend be upset with me or annoyed, but at least she's in the other room that I know that she's safe and then nothing's going to happen to her. Point blank, period. If I had to drag her hair to the hotel, to the room, so be it. If she's mad at me, not talk to me for months, at least she's alive, not to speak to me. Point blank, period. Okay, this poor college student, we don't know where she's at. Okay, I could definitely tell you she's not in that water. Okay, her clothes was on the beach. She's nowhere to be found. She's probably was taken. She probably was sex trafficking, or he accidentally drowned her. Those are the possibilities or the scenarios. We don't know. We don't know yet unless they do some ransom and saying that, listen, I need to get my daughter back. I will pay X amount of money. Please bring her back home. Bring her back to us. And maybe they will get a response if they do a ransom, but they need to do this quick. Okay, by them keep searching in the water. And how long has it been? She's been missing since last Thursday. It is Friday, March 14th. No body. And thank God, if there's no body, there's hope. There's hope that she is still alive. She's somewhere. She's probably lost somewhere, and then she needs to be back home with her family. So I'm praying, hoping that they find her very quickly. And there's always hope. There's always hope. If there's no body, I believe there's always hope. But I'm going to stand by this. Her friends, her 5 friends were wrong. And they should be questioned too. Just said that Josh guy should be questioned, but the friends should be questioned. Like, how do you go to an excursion for 12 hours and then you call the authorities and then you realize your friend is missing? Like, I don't understand that. Those are not her friends. And I stand by that. Those are not her friends. Those are terrible friends for those friends to leave her alone with a college student by herself. And then afterwards, you don't check up on her to see if she's in the room. You went on an excursion, and then 12 hours later, around like 4 o'clock, then you call the authorities. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, those are her friends. Those are not her friends, and I'm sorry to say, their blood is on their hands because you let your friend walk away from not walk away, attend with this college student that you don't even know. Like, no common sense. No common sense. I was in my 20s at one point in my life, and I've done some crazy, stupid stuff. But you better trust and believe. When I used to go into clubs and drinking with my girlfriends, I never left with some random person. Okay, never in my life. Or I never let my girlfriends leave with a random person. We go out together, we leave together. That is the rules. Okay, and it should always be like that, especially if you're going to a foreign country. It's just common sense. Common sense. Foreign country, or if you're in the United States, you don't go with a random person. And that's the thing with some young girls. They think they're just so trustworthy, thinking that uh, a guy won't do anything. Hello, it depends. It's very rare. You might have a nice guy, may not do anything, but then you have someone that just have too much to drink, probably get too aggressive and want more, and then the other one is not reciprocating back, and then things happen by accident. I believe maybe he freaked out. Maybe he freaked out. He wanted more. She did, and then he accidentally drowned her. He used to be a wrestler, so he's very strong and a stocky guy. Okay, that's a possibility, and he freaked out, or maybe he passed out. I don't know, but it did say that he was very, very drunk. Okay, and then he passed out, and then he went back to the hotel, but he did. Like I said, he didn't report it to the authorities. He didn't let his friend know. He didn't let the people know in the hotel. He didn't let his girlfriend know. He came back with no shirt, no shoes. Like, it doesn't make any sense. His story is not adding up. It's not making any sense. They need to really interrogate this guy to very thoroughly. Now he has a lawyer. They need to interrogate it and get more answers, because all this stuff that he's saying, his story is not adding up. It's not making sense. It's just all over the place. And like I said, I'm going to keep praying for the family that they bring her home safely. I pray that she's still alive. But this is just utterly disgusting. Disgusting. And I get it. Innocent until proven guilty, but he knows more. And like I said it yesterday. I knew he knew more, and he's not telling. And now he's telling another story. Now, what other story he's going to say? I bet you he's probably going to confess, like he accidentally drowned her, and she got washed away. It could be a possibility. That could lead to that. I don't know. I definitely will let you know more about this, but this is just a very sad situation, and I'm telling you, I want to tell all these young girls that goes away to different countries and for spring break. I hope this is a lesson learned, that if you go out with your girlfriends, please stay with your girlfriends and leave with them. Do not go out with a random guy and then thinking that you're gonna have fun and it doesn't end well. Like, they don't you don't see what happened with Natalie Hollowell. It's just like history repeating itself, that she went to Aruba and and gone missing. Still until this day. How long has it been? 20 years? I don't know. That they still haven't found her body, and they had to root her out dead. And I felt bad for the mother. You know what I mean? It just made no sense. And now the mother of um Kanushi, she's going through it, and her father. It's just terrible. No parent should go through that. No parent should go through this heartache that they don't know if their daughter is alive or dead. And I pray that they get more authorities um, that will be what's the word? More authorities that they will just investigate, because obviously the police from Punta Cana and the DR, they don't have the resources, they don't know. So I hope they bring more authorities to help in this investigation, help the search of her and bring her home. Again, there's always hope because they have not found the body yet, and I'm going to continue praying that they do, and I will keep you more updated in regards to this college missing student. Let me know your thoughts about this, and thank you so much for watching. That's it with Cheryl, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.